Violet, we're ready. No music. Let's do it.
Live from Waterloo's Public Access Studio. It's Miss Rocki and Chaveevah's Northern Update Live, bringing you the good stuff from a Northern perspective. We see the good, we share the good, and it's making us all look good. Today's guests are 1619 Freedom School co-founders, investigative journalist Nikole Hanna Jones, and Waterloo educator Sheritta Stokes. Welcome to Friday. You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka! Woo! Wee! Hey! Welcome to Friday. You made it. It's been a long week, but you're here. You made it. Welcome.
That's right.
Thank you, Violet.
Okay, and this is, you know how we do.
This is
Your Friday Motivation, brought to you by Gallagher Blue Dorn Performing Arts Center. Some will resent you for refusing to be controlled. That's their problem.
right. Don't be controlled. We got to keep resisting and keep doing what we do and refusing to be controlled. Right, Chaveevah?
Absolutely.
All right. Shout out to our very special frequent viewers, brought to you by Waterloo Center for the Arts. Joyce Alice, Trent Keller, Stix Norman, Corey, Sammy Minton. Hey, baby.
Yes, Kay McCarty, Cedar Valley Interfaith Council, Lisa Patterson, and a special shout out to Robert and Miriam Tyson. Thank you so much for your support.
Yes, thank you. If you're watching us right now for the very first time, hey.
Yeah.
And if you're watching us Friday on Saturday at 10 a.m. on Mediacom Channel 17th, hello, future.
That's right.
Tomorrow's wonderful show, today's wonderful show will be aired next week on
Friday,
Mediacom.
that's right.
And you'll all get to see Nikole Hanna Jones and Sheritta Monique.
Okay.
We're so excited.
Yes.
Today our talking point will be,
You must read in order to succeed.
Hey.
Knowledge is not free. You still have to pay attention.
pay that attention.
Yes.
It's not money, but you got to pay, right?
Right, yes.
Somebody needed to hear that. And today our Give It Air discussion will be, and you know we always quote Nikole Hanna Jones, and her
Absolutely.
quote is, if we're truly a great nation, the truth will not destroy us. And
Yes.
today our truth is,
During slavery, the most forbidden weapon for enslaved people was knowledge.
right, and you know we say that every week, but today you get to meet Nikole Hanna Jones, and newsflash, birthday people, she can sing.
Okay.
I heard she could
Yeah,
sing. She gonna hum us a tune today. She's like, you didn't tell me that part.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go ahead. We have some comments right before we introduce our guest. What do we have, Violet?
Stephen Critter Housebuckle says, love you, MC.
Oh, bless you. Thank you,
Okay,
Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
Linda Matlock says, greetings to all. Happy Friday.
Hey,
Hey,
Linda.
Linda.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And Shirley J. Houghton says, and a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Ooh, that's
Absolutely,
right. We're going to
yes.
learn more about learning in just a moment. Let's introduce our guest, Lori, with a wide shot. Yes, welcome.
Yay.
We are so excited to have you. Jimmy Fallon, eat your heart out, right? All them other shows, we got her today. Welcome, welcome to Nikole Hanna Jones.
Thank you. Yes, and to Sheritta Stokes, who you already know. You have seen her as a guest on our show before, and we want to thank both of you all so much for everything that you do in service
Yes.
to our community.
Indeed. We know a little bit about that best friend stuff. And we
Yes.
love the way y'all rock this friendship and collaborate and do things that are so, so important. We want to talk about the Soul Town real quick.
Yes.
Right? Are you
Yes.
familiar with the Soul Town?
I am, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody
so-
knows about the
The
Soul Town.
Right. We
Yes,
always
indeed.
have to give a plug to the Soul Town.
I love this cover. Yes, Funkadelic, absolutely, and the Funkadelic lovers from here in Waterloo that's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay, we got Rodney
OGs.
Frost, yeah, and
Yes.
Ron Turner. This publication is filled with all kinds of great stories, information, advice, all that kind of great stuff. So, you know, if you want to get connected, all you have to do is go to thesoultownmagazine.com, or you can contact Chillin directly, 319-505-4020. And forgot all about
Earths.
Yes.
Right, we just had
Yes.
Earths here, and you can go there and get your copy of the Soul Town if you want to hold it in your hand. I know
Yes.
you go to Earth's probably sometimes to
I
visit.
do.
Okay.
I do. Gotta get your hair products.
That's right.
Right. So yeah, and you get yours at the soultownmagazine.com.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to talk about our talking point, Chaveevah, and this is brought to you by Locke Funeral Services. You must read in order to succeed. We're going to let y'all talk about that. Knowledge is not free. You still have to pay attention. What can you say about that? Alphabetical, Nikole.
Okay. What can I say about that statement?
Yes.
I think it's correct, and I think with you kind of opening it up, talking about how literacy was literally illegal for people of African descent in this country, and because they did understand that us having knowledge, us having the ability to know that there was an abolitionist movement, that if you could write your own ticket to freedom, that this was something that's always been kept from us, and this is really the heart of these laws to try to keep our children from learning their history today.
Exactly. That's what's going on today, so it's really relevant. And we actually got that off of your Facebook page. Did you put it on there?
Yes.
I just wanted to keep the reading going. So, yeah. Your comments? Do you want to? Reading
I would
is
just say
important.
yes, reading is very important because without knowledge, there's not much you can do anywhere in life. We, of course, with the 1619 Freedom School, we encourage reading all the time and with everybody, which is why every time we have an event, we try to make sure to put books in the hands of children and adults alike.
Yes, indeed. And Chaveevah, you want to know somebody to read that reads. This woman read the encyclopedia for pleasure. It's the truth. If I want to know something, forget Google, I'll call Chaveevah. Especially if it's about black culture. You were immersed in black culture growing up in Chicago.
Yeah, and my parents were they were some folks that absolutely insisted. They wanted us to always read, and so when they invested their money buying these encyclopedias, she was like, so my brother and sister and I, that's what we did. We would just read them, A to Z, and just learn all kind of stuff that seems like useless information at the time, but you never know when you might end up needing it. So,
right.
I don't think any information is useless, though.
Thank you.
Because everything that you learn is contextualizing something. It's helping you to better understand your world. Sheritta and I, when we met in high school, were really bonded over a love of reading. We both were nerdy.
Okay.
Thought we were fabulous, but nerdy girls who
Fabulous.
always had books in our bag. And we used to exchange books. When she would finish one, she'd give it to me. So we've always had that love of reading. And I came from a household of readers as well. We had a World Book Encyclopedia set,
Okay.
which I tell my kids now that was the original internet.
That's right. That's right. I remember when the internet first came around, and I didn't know what it was. Like, what is the internet? And they said
anybody knew what it was at first.
right, yeah, and someone at work told me it's just information, so really you basically had the whole internet in your hands. Violet, we have comments.
Bruce Gardner says, "Good afternoon, ladies.
Hey, Bruce.
Long time
Hey,
no
Bruce.
Hey,
here."
good to
Shirley
see you.
J. Houghton says, "Reading is paying yourself a bonus."
That's
All right.
right.
I like
That's
that.
right. I like that. In fact, right now we're going to have our drawing before we forget for the Susie Clark book. The Bravest Girl You've Ever Seen was a girl that was born in Muscatine. We just have to give this out. We give it out every week for our commenters last week. So let's draw this.
What I really
Talk
love
about books.
about that book in particular, not just the fact that my best friend wrote it. Our winner is, okay, now see, it's a
I
shame.
wrote it so I
Thank
can
you.
find you. It's Diana Anderson. Congratulations,
Yes,
Diana.
all right.
You'll be getting your book in the mail. Inbox us for your address.
As I was saying, what I really love about this book is that I didn't know anything about Susie Clark
Right.
at first. This is someone who is from Iowa and basically integrated the school system before, almost 100 years before Brown
Yes.
versus Board of
Crazy.
Education.
Yes. And Chaveevah's actually illustrated the next book that's coming out.
There's one for
about
us.
Susie Clark for middle-aged children. So
blessing.
Yeah, enough about Susie Clark. What about you?
Yes.
We had to get the drawing done. We're going to go ahead and move on to our Give It Air. And this is where we quote Nikole Hannah-Jones like we did in the first segment. If we're truly a great nation, the truth will not destroy us. So every week we give somebody some truth from a North End perspective or a Black perspective. And today our truth is that.
Yep. During slavery, the most forbidden weapon for enslaved people was knowledge.
So yeah, just that's our truth. And sometimes we'll have various guests, and you know, because of the political climate, we don't know where they at on the spectrum of what, you know, politics, but we don't ever really ask them to participate in it. We just state the truth, and then we say what, Chaveevah? Because sometimes airing things out
That's
is the
right,
best
is the best disinfectant. Yes.
But we thought we needed our little platform to give that truth, you know, from a Black perspective. Violet, we can't. Go ahead.
Miss Shirley J. Houghton says, "Congratulations, Diana."
All right, there you go. She's such a gracious. She won last week, so.
Yeah, cute.
All right. Okay, so yeah, we were talking about the being forbidden to learn, and now we're almost being, you know, with the DEI being demolished and everything that's going on. It's so important. And in your event tomorrow, let's tie that into that. What does that have to do with how much you want people to read?
Right. Well, what I really want,
history.
I want people to just have the ability to get the knowledge that they want to understand their world. What the event tomorrow, of course, is the African American Read-In from 11 to 1 at West High School. What that was in response to was the Waterloo Community Schools canceling their participation in the African American Read-In and also not sending the books home with the children for fear of the Trump administration taking much needed funds from the district. And so I think we have to understand that if the administration and the Iowa State Legislature is working so hard to keep these books and information from our children,
Right.
that in and of itself speaks to their power.
It says it all.
And our people are the only people in the history of the United States for whom it was ever illegal to read and write, because there was an understanding that you cannot enslave people, you cannot keep people enslaved, you cannot keep people oppressed if they're able to learn and gain knowledge.
Right.
So we really see a love of books as one that there's just a pleasure in reading, but a love of books mean you cannot be controlled. That you're going to question, you're going to have skepticism, you're going to hold power accountable. So that's what we're really trying to do tomorrow is just push back. There's a reason they banned Black history. They're not taking out Asian history books. They're not taking out white history books.
Wow.
They're taking out Black history because our history is very uncomfortable to the mythology of America.
It's hard.
So if you want to maintain the power structure that is, you have to make it impossible for us to learn the history of Black folks in this country.
And that's exactly what's going on
Yes.
now, you know, which is so sad. I know you have some questions, but I have a question for you. You guys went to West High together, and so I imagine you both had Reverend Dial.
Yeah.
I know he was one of your mentors and a great inspiration for you. What did that mean for you to have Black history taught to you at that early age? Because in our day, it was history, y'all was slaves, bye, and then everybody and then everybody wanted to fight, you know. So what was it like to have that?
It was very eye-opening, just being able to read about our history. Don't be mad, Mr. Dial, I still have my book. I mean, just because it was so interesting with learning just about being Black. And I think at that time when we were at West High, it was much needed at that time. There was some racial tension going on in the school, and just having the knowledge gave us the strength to fight back about that. So this is like far from new. This will kind of be a reunion tomorrow, being in West High. It'll give us flashbacks to '92 when we marched to the administration building with East Side students to get Black History Required.
Oh my goodness.
We kind of did a mock sit-in in the West High hallways.
What was this?
Put some nice posters up. You wouldn't believe what a great artist Nikole is.
Oh, okay.
Very good artist.
Like, and she's a visual artist as well.
I don't know where the rumor I can sing is. Nobody has ever said that about me ever. Somebody lying. Somebody lying about that. Nobody want to hear I'll be sounding like a dark and bald dog over here. Now I can't draw, but I cannot sing.
Okay,
It'll definitely
some
be.
Wow, no, we always sing the Stevie Wonder "Happy Birthday," and I tease everyone, so it's not a rumor that you can sing.
Good.
So everybody know that she can't sing. We'll
I'm
put
like,
Jimmy
Lord,
Fallon,
don't
all
do
y'all.
that.
Okay. Yeah. So, and did you have something you wanted to?
Well, I know that you have been an educator for a while, you know, and I just see the good work that you have done and the good work that's been done by the 1619 Freedom School. I don't know, I guess what I would like to know is what sorts of things your average person, parents, whoever, whatever, can do to help promote literacy, because a lot of people don't sometimes understand how important that is.
Yes, I would say one, please sign your babies up, 3rd grade and up, for the 1619 Freedom School, because they will have a lot of information. They will learn about a lot of great contributions of African Americans, but also at home. Always make sure that your children are reading. Read everything. Read all the time. If they like to be on TikTok, TikTok has history stuff on there. Guide them to find out things that they don't know. Read as a family. Maybe everybody wants to read the same book. Maybe it's you starting back reading and reading to your children, having your children read out loud to you. But most of all, just basically read. Get those books in your hands. I promise if you come tomorrow, you will not leave without a book. We have had thousands of books delivered this week from lots of different publishers, lots of different people sending them to us, and we also do have a liberation library in the 1619 Freedom School, and we will soon give dates of when you can come in and check out books from us. So there's never an excuse to not find a book or have a book.
I love
Could I add something to that?
Yes.
I also think parents have to model reading. So if you're on your cell phone all the time, if you're never reading, your kids are not going to read.
Right.
So it's important for you to also have a book in your hand and read. And one of the things that we do at the Freedom School, our curriculum is based around Black books. But when we send our children home with their own, every child in the Freedom School gets a take-home library of books. We just give them books. So if your kid wants to read Dog Man or Wimpy Kid, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, as long as they're reading should be for enjoyment, not just feeling like work.
Right.
See, that's one thing I really admired about my parents. I mean, as far as looking back, because they didn't care what we were reading. I mean, because there was stuff like, I think back in the day, like Fanny Hill was this book. Oh no, you don't want to read that. And my mother was upset, but my father was like, nope, they're reading. Let them read whatever they want to read.
Don't ban the book. You know, your dad said don't ban it.
Yeah.
Okay, so learning, I just want to say, for older people, like you were saying, learn something new. Like people our age, you know, I can always read a how-to book or, you know, whatever. Learn something that you don't know. Chaveevah, you
No, what I wanted to say was, now we invited our viewers to put in some questions, you know, like to ask you all about stuff. And Patricia Harris, hey Patty.
Hey Patty.
All right, she asked, have you all received any kind of threats or intimidation because of being so outspoken? I can imagine that answer is yes.
For me?
Y'all,
I mean, the President of the United States hates me, so
I suppose, yes.
So, I mean, but I've modeled my career or taken my inspiration from someone like Ida B. Wells, and the expectation to me is if we as Black people are doing journalism well, then you will make powerful people upset. But as far as for the African American reading tomorrow, I haven't heard anything negative.
Good.
In fact, people are like traveling in from out of states, and people are very excited. And I don't know if you faced anything, Sheritta.
No, I haven't. Just a lot of, even like co-workers are excited about it. I've had people
love
call like, I'm trying to get a ticket and it says it's full. And I'm like, well, yeah, we have over 1,000 people signed up.
I love it.
Please come. We're
Yeah.
not turning anybody away. We want to fill the West High Auditorium up,
Yes.
including the balcony. So just
Yes,
make
and-
sure you be there tomorrow.
Yes,
All right.
and we certainly know that you didn't need to come on our show to I mean, it's great that we can promote this event, but it was already booked before you got here. So we really want to say thank you so much for agreeing to be here.
Yes.
And to express our thanks, we'd like to give you a
Thank
Boom
you.
Shakalaka coffee cup with your card with Chaveevah's art. And
Thank you.
Violet, we have another gift as well. And this is my granddaughter, Violet. She's our announcer. And we have some, because it's your opening day for the
Thank
reading.
you. Thank you so much, Violet.
Yes.
And you do a great job as an announcer, too.
Yes.
Yes. So we wanted to get that done. I wanted to maybe talk a little bit about the authors that you'll be offering tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. So we have on stage are going to be 3 of the most acclaimed children's book writers in the country.
Wow.
And these are not the type of authors who regularly come to Waterloo, and especially to have all of them on stage at one time.
I heard
So
you explaining our airport.
yeah. I mean, it's a fact. It's not easy to get here. And yet, so when I decided I wanted to do the read-in, I just called a couple of my friends and I said, would you do this? They didn't ask for money. They didn't ask for anything. So one is Jacqueline Woodson. Probably her most famous book is Brown Girl Dreaming. She's won the National Book Award. She's a MacArthur Genius Fellow. Just an amazing writer. Derek Barnes, who has a lot of books that kids love. Sheritta can tell you that. His book, I Am Every Good Thing, is one of the most popular
I saw
books
that title.
in our Freedom School. What's the lava one?
I'm Like Lava.
I'm Like Lava.
And then
so,
Crown
and
is
Crown.
a really good one, the ode to the haircut. So the boys
if
really
you-
like that
The
one.
haircut.
Yes, if you have kids, I'm sure you have heard of Derek Barnes.
Okay.
And then, of course, Tammy Charles, who wrote the book that was supposed to be the book that the kids were going to read and
that's
take
right,
home.
but it got banned.
But so she's coming. So
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
How
it's
about
not going to be a
that?
virtual reading.
Can't
She's
go
going to be in
virtual.
person. Exactly.
Right? We got
Exactly.
to get it out.
And she was so excited.
I
She was
bet.
out of the country when
Oh,
I
I bet.
messaged her. I've never talked to, now I don't know her. The other 2 are my friends. I just reached out cold. And she was like, I would love to come. She was
Couldn't
so
keep
upset
growing.
that the kids
Yeah.
did not get her book. And now they'll get to hear her in person.
Oh wow, that is so wonderful, and it's just you're just a bright light in our community, you know, and a beacon. The school is a beacon, you know, to have the children. Violet, are you involved? Have you been at 1619? I know that the Royal Legacy Christian Academy is where Violet goes, but they were thinking about combining some after-school stuff.
Yes.
We have a couple more comments by Shirley. We ain't talking to you all day. No, Shirley, she gonna comment. We love you, Shirley. Keep talking.
Beth Smith says, looking forward to the read-in tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
And Miss Shirley J. Houghton
Okay,
says,
Oh, Shirley.
wow, awesome authors.
She is just a great follower. I grew up with Shirley Houghton, so I know she don't take offense. So, yes.
Now, Sheritta, do you know Dr. Pierre
Oh,
Muyapuri
yeah.
up at UNI?
No, I don't.
Okay, he's one of the people that asked the question. He wants to know how can he be a part of it? I guess the school
Just the
or
whole thing.
yes.
Do you still need help?
Whatever you would like to do, we would love to have more partners with you and I anytime.
Okay, absolutely.
So yes, so we could reach out.
Okay, I would
we
do
could
that.
coordinate some
If you're
visits
watching- if
and
you're
some
watching,
ideas, and you're welcome to come. We're there every day.
Okay.
Yeah, you can email Sheritta right through the website.
Okay.
But yeah, we would love partners.
All right. And what can we expect tomorrow when we all come there? What are we going to?
Yeah, it's going to be, we're so excited about it. So one, let me just tell people, if you haven't registered, you can still register. We just opened up more seats and you can still come. So we're not sold out, so please still come. So you're going to have the authors, each author is going to read from one of their children's book. Our 1619 Freedom School scholars are going to do a reader's theater of my children's book, Born on the Water.
I love that book.
And they're going to do the readings, and then we're going to be giving out a lot of books. So the first 300 families that come will get a nice tote bag we have made with books, and we will give every person there at least one book until we run out of books.
Wonderful. And I hear that you also have that dope,
Yes.
that dope T-shirt
Yes.
you got on
Yes.
right there.
Yes,
Hey, look
indeed.
look who came in.
All right.
Bad
Yes.
people, banned books. I love it.
Oh, wow.
So we're
I didn't
selling
know that.
these tomorrow to raise money for the Freedom School, and our own Lori Dale, who
Yes.
is one of our Freedom School board members, came up with the slogan, and we
Really?
love it. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
All right.
She gets Susie Clark walking tall in her power too. So
All right.
Lori's inspirational to many, many people. And thank you, Lori. And look at
How much are the
Reverend
T-shirts going to be
Dr. Mayer.
selling for?
The T-shirts are going to sell for $30.
Okay.
And just keep in mind, that's because we're trying to raise money.
Indeed.
The whole event tomorrow is free.
Okay.
Everything is free. All the
Okay.
books we're giving away is free. So if you want a T-shirt,
Okay. All right.
a small fee.
Yes,
A
indeed.
small-
To
fee.
push back, and I think, just to be clear, this is a community act of resistance.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
of people have felt
Yes.
Resist.
powerless, right? With everything that's happening in our country, in our state, people feel really powerless. And so coming together and reading books that they don't want our children exposed to together as a community is an act of resistance. So this is one of the ways that we can fight back. We're not powerless.
Yes, that's right. And Mayor is in the room. You're going to come over and talk to us, aren't you? Oh, okay. You're going to sing Happy Birthday with us. But that song,
Yep,
They Not
that's
Like
perfect
Us,
for
I
it.
actually had a revelation the other day. I was thinking about how, how people say, is this who we are? When Obama came in office, it's like, this is who we are. This is America. Now somebody said, is this who we are? And I started thinking about it. Well, damn,
Yeah.
people voted Trump into office, and now I'm thinking, this is who we are. And all of a sudden, I understood what they ain't like us meant, because I don't want to make you feel like you can't love who you want to love, and I don't want to tell you which books to read. So I want to say America that's who we are with this administration that's deleting everything, but they not like us. And it just came to me, because we would never think that,
Yep. And that's the struggle has always been.
Yes.
The struggle been struggling, and
Yes.
so yeah.
always.
Struggle been struggling.
But
sure.
like you said, unite and resist, and let's do that. We got some great birthdays. Is there anything else you want our viewers to know? Nikole, Sheritta, come out tomorrow.
I would just say, in the words of one of my favorite people, you can kill a revolution, but you can't kill you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution. So
Okay,
Yes.
right,
they can ban
right.
all the books they want, but we're going to make sure they still get in people's hands.
All right.
Yes, and I'll quote
Yes.
Mayor Hart, diversity is our superpower.
Absolutely.
There you go. So we got a
Okay.
few quotes
Hey.
from a few important people, but we got the great important people, Chaveevah, for our birthday. This is
That's
where you get to
right.
sing.
Our birthday people are brought to you by Deuce Entertainment,
Yes.
and we're starting right off the bat with Lamont
Hey,
Mohammed,
Lamont.
Innobe Nikole. I think Lori might know her.
Nikole.
All right.
All right.
Muggs Merzlak
All right,
Langen,
Muggs, yes.
Samaya Hart Beverly,
Yes.
Stephen Reckhammer, and Shakoya Spates Hickey. I think you
My
might know
baby,
her.
That's my niece.
Yes.
Brian Graves, Ronnie Bowles, Mansa Tor, DeQuavion Burke, hey DeQuavion, William Washington, and Dip Nikole. And this is where we kind of get to do a solo, because I can't sing either, but
See.
we're going to try to pull it off.
That's right. We cannot sing good, but we sing loud.
Yeah, just sing loud. You
There we
ready?
go.
She ready? You ready?
All right, we ready.
I'm sure you would agree. Come on,
Couldn't
Mayor.
fit more perfectly.
Get over here, Mayor. Wait, we got to start with the
All right.
He holds down the
I don't even know what we're singing.
Can you stand
All
right
right,
here?
then. Yes.
Are you gonna? Can you stand in the middle of
You-
this, Chaveevah? Or you
Really?
Yeah.
He's going to lean?
Oh, you gonna
Okay.
lean down. You can get
All
a
right.
shot,
Stretch first.
Lori. Okay.
We're
One
going to
more
hear them
again.
knees
One
popping when
more
he try to
time.
get back up.
And a one, and a two.
Okay.
I'm sure you would agree.
It couldn't fit more perfectly
Than to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday. You know this.
I do, but
Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right, we got some great upcoming shows, Chaveevah.
Well, you must know all about that. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Okay, we do got some great upcoming shows. Trust us.
Okay.
But not this great. No, they're
All
all
right.
going to be great. All
Sure,
right.
you're right.
The longer we live, the more we learn.
That's
And
right.
this is brought to you by Iowa State Extension and Outreach Surgeons. I've learned to embrace my uniqueness, even if it makes others uncomfortable.
I know that's right.
What
And
have
I've
you
learned
learned?
to not stress myself out today by worrying about the future.
That's right. That's right. And we want you to keep doing more stuff that makes you awesome.
That's right, like Sheritta and like
Nikole.
Nikole and Lori and Mare
Yes.
and Violet, because
It
makes us all look good.
See
All
you
right.
next week. If it's Friday,
It's North End Update.
Update.
Hey.